Hello, welcome everybody. Believe in you because your voice is important, because your dreams matter, because there's only one you, and you are your only solution. Welcome to the talk show. Good morning, beautiful people. I'm very happy for the ones who are joining us live today and the ones who are watching replay. Make sure you leave us a hi so that we know that you find your inspiration and joy in our talk show. So, today we have the next episode of the live talk show Believe in Yourself. I'm Dr. Shivani Sood, the founder of Shivani Ayurveda, which teaches and practices Ayurveda suited to the modern lifestyle of today. Let me welcome today in my talk show Maya Adnani, who is a beautiful student of mine. She is going to share a very unique story about herself, about her life, to inspire you on how to take action for your life instead of being mystified with all the troubles which have come. She is a jewelry designer by profession, and she has a very unique story of what she left before she, did jewelry designing. Welcome, Maya, to my studio. How are you doing, Maya?
I'm fine, thank you, Dr. Shivani. I'm glad that I am with you today.
I'm glad too. Please tell me a little bit about yourself, like, you know, um, who you are, where you live, what do you do?
I live in Singapore. I was
Mm-hmm,
born in Indonesia, in
mm-hmm,
Jakarta. I'm
mm-hmm,
53 years old.
mm-hmm,
I'm married.
mm-hmm,
I've got a husband and three children, a
mm-hmm,
daughter and two sons.
mm-hmm,
I'm very happy being in Singapore,
mm-hmm,
and I'm
mm-hmm.
glad that I did the course of
Yes,
Ayurveda.
that's awesome. Maya, you were going to be a doctor, right? Like you started with the pre-meds.
Yes.
What happened then?
When I was doing pre-medicine course, I was in the lab, and someone was doing some titration, and she basically slit her finger when the glass broke, and we saw blood all over the floor, and she fell on the floor, and I started feeling giddy, and I said, that goes down, like, I couldn't see blood, and I said I didn't want to continue. So that's the reason I became a fashion designer, so because I could join my father, since my father is in the tailoring business in Jakarta.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right,
that's it.
right. So that means there was always a doctor in you.
Yes, definitely.
Did you attract your family members for health advices?
Yes, I did. When my mother-in-law had a stroke, 16 years, I should say more than 16 years ago. She was bedridden 16 years on bed. And all we did was doctors, hospitals, and taking care of her. And then my father-in-law also was not well. My sister-in-law passed on with cancer. And
Mm-hmm.
then recently, my dad, the year of 2000, he died of COVID. The family
Mm-hmm.
members all were suffering with COVID, and he passed on in the hospital. Looking at all the medications, all they were doing is just giving medications and medications and medication, and the side effects on it is the one of the reason that caused the death, I should say. You see. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe in if we would have gone the natural way of doing things, when the time of us going, we will all go, but at least
Mm-hmm.
we would be going gracefully, not suffering, not in that condition.
Mm-hmm. So is this the reason why you enrolled for the consultancy program? Because your father had such a difficult time and you wished that you could have helped him, right?
Yes,
Right.
definitely. I wish I
Mm-hmm.
knew Ayurveda before, that I could have helped my dad, and I should. I thought I would have, or I
Mm-hmm.
should be sure that I would have saved him in the sense of not suffering that much,
Mm-hmm.
in the hospital.
Yeah, I believe that when we are close to something, then we have a very deeper experience, with the hospital, with seeing your loved one suffer, even with understanding the system of being in hands of ICU and so on. So, what has been your experience being in the hospital with your loved ones?
You always are always sad, always depressed, as if you have no hope all you were doing is just praying and praying that they should not suffer. And at that time you will be thinking, is it suffering or is it time for them to go? You're confused, you're devastated, you are really broken into pieces, that
Mm-hmm.
things are no more in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason, you really would like to help, but
Mm-hmm.
how?
Mm-hmm. So, if I hear correctly, you're saying that there's an unpredictability factor being a caretaker of somebody who is in the hospital, and you exactly don't know how to help, even if you want to help, right?
Yes, yes,
And
for
that,
sure.
yeah, and nothing is being informed and told to you in a proper way on how to take care of the patient.
Yes, that's only medications on time, giving the food that they recommend on time. But we were not sure whether this food, like how we learn in Ayurveda, that the nutrition is what you show is what you eat.
Right.
So in that, you see, when you eat the correct way and you eat the right time and the proper way, the proper amount, and what is according to your doshas, according to what you need. It's when you do that, then only you see a change and a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, that's very right. And that's where when you go through experiences like this, you come out as a different person wanting to seek more information, right?
yes, more informations, and you want it guided. You
Yeah,
can't just this. You can't even just read the book and say, "Oh, it's going to be this way." If
yeah,
it's not being guided, yes, you
yeah.
need a guidance. You
These
need a
things,
guidance.
especially unpredictability and not knowing what we should do, and when we are not somebody who is not educated, we are educated people, we understand things, but the unpredictability air as if is so devastating, because it's just like what will happen you don't know and you have to accept it, and somewhere deep inside you you know that what's happening is not right.
Yes, that's true. I mean, you do not know what's happening, and you do not know how am I going to help. Yes, you see the blood
Exactly,
test
yeah.
report. Go by the blood. The doctors go by the blood reports, by the scan, by the MRI results. Yes, they will go according to that and give medicines. But these medications have enormous side effects,
Right.
which sometimes can be reversed, sometimes can't be reversed. It can damage your kidney, it can damage your liver. Then what happens?
Yeah.
All the organs started shutting down, you see. Then
Right.
you can't remember. And in Ayurveda, at least we can prevent this from happening.
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely, we can prevent this. And also, my mom is 85. My uncle, whom I love also the most, like, at the moment, I would really like to see changes in them. And my husband, who is a heart patient. And,
Mm-hmm.
all these things, like, you become more, like, more pushed from inside that you want to help the people that you
Exactly,
live
yeah.
around you. That
Yeah.
made you think, this is the right way. I should do it. I should
Right.
go for this course, go
Right.
and do it. Then you can really show, at least to help the people that I love around. That
Yes.
much I should be able to do.
Exactly, yeah. Yes, I understand
Pressing,
your passion. A part of
yes,
you
and
never changed and always wanted to be a doctor. So now you are here again, advising people on health. Awesome. Okay, I'll ask you the
like,
next question. So for me, Ayurveda is starting with transformation inside yourself first, and then about the things at home. Nobody talks about them. But with
yes.
consultancy program, things at your home change. Definitely, your behavior, your relationships, your how you handle your children. So what has changed in your house?
In my house, I believe that I'm hearing my children better, more patient to hear them. With my husband, I sit down more and I hear them out before I pass any comment. And then you become more patient, you more able to hear better, and then you can pass your advices, or what you think it's good for them, and or it's good for myself.
Mhm.
So I'm changing in that way, and I see the change in my house. So I'm really more happy, more courageous, and they are always encouraging me, mom, if you like this, do it. Since you're good with it now, you can see the change in yourself, you can see the changes in that you're brought up in the house. Do it, go ahead, you see. So that makes you even more,
Mhm.
more encouraged to do even much more than what you are doing at the moment.
Yes. How beautiful this is. So I hear that you have more patience.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Okay, so maybe this is related to my next question. one of the most difficult thing to accept in life is something about yourself. It's
Yes.
very easy to say things to others, but each time we are saying things to others, it's a moment to reflect on what is within us. So I encourage all the students to tell this, that what is the most important thing you have discovered about yourself, which you did not accept before, but now you accept and you're willing to change.
What I felt before is I was impatient
Hmm.
before. I
Hmm.
do not. I don't let people speak complete sentence. I will answer back. You see, but now I'm
Hmm.
more patient, more positive.
Hmm.
Even things around you may not be the one that you like, but at least
Hmm.
I'm thinking now. Maybe this happened for a great reason, for a
Hmm.
good reason.
Hmm.
So that's more positive, and I'm accepting the change around me. More
Hmm.
positive. In
Hmm.
Ayurveda, we learn to be self empowerment. So that's what we learned, that
Hmm.
you are hoping to change and hoping for others to change around you too. So I'm
Hmm.
happy. I'm happy to see that. I'm more
Hmm.
happier, more balanced,
Hmm.
and I always like I feel that I should even help more.
Yes. That's awesome. So, what is that what you like about consultancy? What is that what you like about being an Ayurvedic consultant?
I would really like to solve the person that you to come, like sometimes some certain diseases or certain problems they have, it's because of a suppressed mind, because
Hmm.
maybe in the house someone is not hearing them out.
Hmm.
Maybe
How
what is the
beautiful.
reason, maybe the reason that they are suffering like this is because it's like too much of thoughts being suppressed, something that is being suppressed that is showing in their body as diseases, which we
Hmm.
could first of all, I mean, cure them just by hearing them out.
Yeah.
And
How beautiful.
hearing them out, and also so that's why the power of hearing is very important, the power of being patient to be able to absorb what a client comes to you. You should be able to absorb that. It should not affect you in such, in your decisions making, in not like having biased mind and all that. So you should have this clear with you that someone is coming for help, hear them out, and then
Hmm.
encourage them also. In Ayurveda, I'm we have learned that we should be more positive. Little changes that they do, we should encourage them. Wow, that's what you've done. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't you think you could
Beautiful.
do a little bit more, a little bit
Yeah.
better than this? Don't you think? So all these things that you learn in Ayurveda makes the relationship with your client, with your patients better, and they
Yes,
will
it
be
does.
encouraged, I'm sure, to see you even more often.
Hmm.
And we can find the cure, the
Yeah.
change in the lifestyle, the change in the
Right.
nutrition.
Right.
Simple. You don't
Yeah.
have to have medicine sometimes for a cure.
Yes.
It's just a few things makes a difference in their lives, and that
Yeah.
makes you happiest. I think
Right.
that you have changed
You
someone's life.
Yeah, very true. And this is the thing about this, like most of the wisdom we are not listening from our parents, who know obviously a lot, because we don't have, they're not listening. They are many times as parents also, we are all parents and we do that to our kids too. We just force the kids, and force doesn't last. So when we listen, and when a person is, able to express himself better, at that point we can really open up the person. And with this opening and relationship, he himself, modifies to change, rather than pushing and pressurizing and more, essentially criticizing somebody constantly. It doesn't bring in
Yes,
the change,
yes,
right?
yes. I noticed that in relationship, people only know how to criticize. They don't know
Yes.
how to encourage.
Yeah,
When they don't know how to encourage, then you can't have a good relationship, and you can't.
exactly. Yes. Yeah, this is a very beautiful concept you have understood of consultancy, So that means you got my core idea. Understand the people and understand the modern world, because we are working for Ayurveda for the modern world, and see them and then help them with the ancient wisdom, rather than painting them and forcing them and, pushing them to do things. Very nice answer. I loved it. So what was the funny thing what happened in between you and your husband during the course?
Um, During the relationship, it's like I was just telling him, like
Hmm.
that you should not eat this, you should not eat that, but I never could give a reason that
Hmm.
why he should not. But then after doing the course, during the course, and more we got deeper to the course, then I
Hmm.
could explain him, if you eat this, this could have happened. If you eat
Mm-hmm.
this, this would can happen, which is going to be better. So
Mm-hmm.
then he understood. Then he says, oh yeah, it makes really sense what you're saying. Then I used to
Mm-hmm.
give him, show him your videos, show him your notes, show
Mm-hmm.
him something that you have heard and learned. And then
Mm-hmm.
he really says, yes, that's true. That,
Right.
that it's really true. And now, by the grace of God, he's changing and he's doing
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, you need self realization. Not
Right.
everybody can, with time, I'm sure everybody can do it. It's
Right.
not difficult. Sure,
Right.
it's not difficult.
Very happy to hear this because I remember then when we had our three meets in the course, then in one of the meets he had come in, and you had such a powerful couple therapy in that session, like he
Yes.
and you and me, all of us talking in that session. I was
Yes.
very sure that there's going to be a lot of beautiful changes inside your house, and I'm so happy that it's coming true. Awesome. What's your favorite Ayurvedic word?
Self empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word that I always put it in my mind, that we can change with the
Mm-hmm.
power within us
Mm-hmm.
to change.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What's your favorite Ayurvedic food?
The Ayurvedic food is ghee.
Awesome. I love this question.
The joints needs the ghee. When you're menopausing, like, you need the ghee. Osteoporosis, you need the ghee. It's
Mm-hmm.
all, if you cook everything in ghee. And they say, you had, I think, in one of the course said that you can even put the ghee in the navel, you can put the ghee in the joints, you can even take a spoon of ghee.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a difference.
It does. It does.
And also,
Beautiful.
obviously, the ghee has to be the purest one, which,
Definitely. Yes.
yes.
Yes. That's awesome. Okay. What is that Ayurvedic thing, what you know you shouldn't be doing, but you're still doing? Like
I
sometimes people just know that they shouldn't be eating ice creams in the night, but they can't stop eating ice creams after food, or they don't sleep on time. Like, we have this Ayurvedic rules, and
I
what's your
would say,
sin?
yes, the sleeping pattern. I like to work in the night.
Hmm.
Actually, you have encouraged us to, in Ayurveda, 10:30 to sleep and get up early in the
Hmm.
morning. But at that time, I like to read because everybody's sleeping and
Yeah.
nobody's around you. I have no commitment, you see. So I'm sitting on my bed and learning
Hmm.
and reading a lot more. So that's where I should change. I should change and sleep a bit early. Instead, of sleeping late, I would think that I should get up earlier than everybody and read,
Right.
which I'm wanting to change that, definitely.
Right, right. So, Maya, you are an Indian, right? And Ayurveda is from India, even though you're born and brought up in other country. But how do you
Yes.
feel like the connection of Ayurveda? Like when you must have, because in Indian household we always have things like, turmeric in the kitchen and so on, and ginger. But when you're doing the course, you see this from a very different perspective, isn't it? Like you see everything formulated and all. But does this make you feel closer to your culture about understanding Ayurveda and using it in a different form in your life?
Yes, this is really, the culture is always in our, like, foundation. It's there.
Definitely,
Even
yes,
I was
yes.
born somewhere else, but the foundation of, the Indian culture is always there. And everything from the kitchen, as you are growing, they teach you. Even our grandparents and everything, our grandmother, my own mother, like, whenever we get her turmeric paste, she will make turmeric paste with, malai, like the so, like, just put it, mix it, and put it around you. You see the swelling
Mm-hmm,
will go up. And then that beans, that roast the beans, put it in the cloth. And when you are not able to breathe, just pat it on your back. But there's so many things. So in Ayurveda, in the course that I've learned from you, in fact, you have highlighted certain things like that you can have everything from the kitchen, from your home. You don't have to run out and buy things. It's all what you're using. Because you eat Indian food, you will be using the spices, and these spices
right,
makes a difference if you use it the correct way.
right, right.
That
Yeah,
also, you need the guide. You need the guidance to teach you. In Ayurveda,
right,
they teach you how to use it in
right,
the right way. And
right.
especially, one example that I would like to say, that I had a problem with the bloated stomach and low calcium because of osteoporosis. You had suggested one thing, that half an hour before meals you take buttermilk.
Mm-hmm,
Put ginger in that, put coriander leaves or pudina leaves. So it makes a difference. And you can see that. And also the ginger tea in the morning you make yourself. You
Hmm.
see, so this little changes you do, it makes a difference.
It does. Yes.
The
Yes.
digestive power comes back to normal.
Yeah.
You are much more stronger than before. The change, I
Right.
think, before changing others, we have to see the change in ourselves first. If
Right.
that shows the difference, then you know you can change others. That's an example for them. That
Hmm.
look, I'm
Right.
using the Ayurveda tools that the teacher taught me, so
Right.
we can
That's,
encourage them to do.
yeah, I think I saw a brief glance and, in the look in your husband's answer because you used to say, don't do that, and he did not understand. And when we are putting Ayurveda in a scientific way, in the way of really understanding, because, in the past, even when we had this teacher and student, the rituals, the students
Yes,
never questioned their teacher, just listened it. But look at it, the world today, our children are constantly questioning us, why like this, why we should do this. And
yes,
sometimes the answer is, oh, my mother told me, and they don't want to listen to these answers because they're like, okay, your mother might have told, but times have changed. So when we have the scientific reasoning of explaining Ayurveda to people and why they should do it today in the modern lifestyle, it's definitely empowering, and it's also bringing in this deep understanding. The person are like your husband, they have these aha understanding on why it's bad for you, and that's such a beautiful thing, isn't it?
yes, yes,
Right.
yes, for sure. Yes. If you can change someone at home and change yourself, I'm sure you can change your clients and people who
Yes.
come to you for help.
Definitely. People are anyway coming to you to ask for health advice. Now you don't have to stress yourself out. You use your structure and help them with, what they need to know in order to change their life. Don't stress yourself out about helping, and help them with being relaxed and happy.
Yes, for sure.
Right.
I will. Thank you.
That's amazing, Maya. I really loved this interview. You shared so many beautiful insights. Maya is going to start her practice in Singapore, consulting people with the beautiful structure of Ayurveda, explaining them how to change their food, nutrition, and lifestyle with their diagnosis and what problems they have. So, also helping them to change their mindset about how they see themselves, and she will help them to make a more peaceful life. So, if you're in Singapore, you have a new consultant, Maya, there who is going to show up to help towards you. And that's what the aim of Shivani Avada is, to create consultants suitable for the modern lifestyle in every country, every city, and every place, right? So our
Yes,
team is growing, and we are a growing upcoming network of consultants helping people, especially in times of today, to make better decisions for themselves and for their health.
sure, for sure. And I
Awesome.
would like to encourage everyone who really would like to help. We need guidance to help others. We
Yes.
can't just help simply just knowing few things. In Ayurveda, you learn a
Yes.
lot from the root cause, from the mind, from your body, from the
Hmm.
body shape, everything you learn.
Yeah.
So I really strongly encourage for any one of you who really sincerely would like to help the right way, join Shivani
Right.
Ayurveda.
Yes, join our team, be part of our consultant team, change your life, help others change their life, and inspire the world to adapt to
Yes,
these ancient principles with
yes.
scientific reasoning and logic. Thank you very much, all of you, for this
Thank
beautiful
you.
time. I hope to inspire, and that we brought you lots of learnings and inspiration. Bye bye, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.